Hey guys, I hope you're well. This is my second time through, so I hope I do okay. The first time, this paper was too dark, so we'll try again, and I'll zoom in closer on the various items. 10 reasons why I love POTA. Now, there's been a fair amount of POTA bashing, a little bit in my own comment section, but a lot more I've heard just in general on the air and whatnot. There's a lot of hams that are not too crazy about POTA. One moment. And so I figured I'd mention 10 reasons why I love POTA, okay? I'm going to zoom you in now, one moment. Reason number one why I love POTA. Slow CW ops who do a POTA activation, they're not afraid to do a POTA activation even if their speed is down around 13 words a minute, 15 words per minute. I've heard POTA activations crawling along at 8 or 10, and they're not afraid to get out and use CW. I like that. I like that a lot. And the faster CW ops that do POTA, if they have somebody call them real slow at 8 or 10 words per minute, they'll space they might not turn their keyer speed down, but they'll do the Farnsworth method and space the characters way out. I've noticed this, I've heard this time and again, and I like that. If you're a CW op, POTA has a lot to offer. More on that later. POTA is a QRP playground, man. Regardless of how much power you're running, 1 watt or 5 or 1/10 of a watt, oh my God, POTA's a playground, man. You get to sit back and call hams one after another, and as I've shown on here, I've had no problem working POTA ops using 1 watt. I've even worked a few using 1/10 of a watt. And POTA's a great opportunity to try out different antennas. Reason number 3. Oh boy, I gotta pause you one moment. Okay, reason number 3 why I love POTA. Activators will still be there on the air in the worst of band conditions. They plan their POTA outing out, you know what I mean? If they're planning to do a POTA activation in the morning and the bands crash during the night, they're still out there. You know, when the bands are in the sheds, these POTA activators give us something to listen to. They give us somebody to work. And it's a fascinating study in propagation. You know, regardless of the band conditions, to sit and listen to a POTA activator and listen to the various hams that call him, because they only give 2 things: their call sign, their signal report, and the state. You get to hear all the states that are calling these different activators, and it is interesting. Reason number 4, it generates CW activity. You know, in a world full of CW ops that only get on the air for special events and contests, it brings CW activity to the bands. I love that. And hopefully, POTA outings, the whole POTA thing, will attract digital ops to try phone. The newer ones, you know, the digital ops that have never listened to single sideband before, let alone transmitted it. Hopefully, the POTA fun will attract digital ops. And maybe, just maybe, someday one of those digital ops that came over to phone operation, maybe they'll get excited about CW. One moment. How do you like your view? Listening to POTA activity is a welcome break from the cookie-cutter net check-ins. You know, the net check-ins that are just a drag. They're boring. There's nothing to be gained, nothing to be learned, nothing interesting. And usually they're checking in by line number, using the goddamned internet again. Checking in by line number. No thanks. I'll spin the knob. Reason 6 that I love POTA. POTA Fun is a great escape during contests. Man, some of these contests just litter the bands. They wipe the bands out. And the POTA system, the POTA program, gives us an escape. Somewhere where we can run and hide from the contesters. Reason 7 why I love POTA. Many POTA activators who do CW activations, they do so at a moderate speed, typically 18 words per minute. Yeah, pretty much, oftentimes 18 words per minute. And if you're working on increasing your CW copying ability, say you're stuck around 13 words per minute, which is a very common plateau. Oh, 13 word per minute plateau is awful for me. When you break out of it, you break out of it. And just like flipping a light switch, now you're suddenly able to copy 17, 16 words per minute. It's crazy how that works. Some say there is no 13 word per minute plateau. Oh, I beg to differ. For some people, it is present. Anyway, if you're working to increase your CW copying ability, this is a great way. I guarantee you, I promise you, if you're stuck at 13 words per minute, you listen to CW POTA Ops for 2 weeks. Give it an effort. Put in a little work. You don't get something for nothing. Regardless of what socialists and Democrats believe. Delete that. I meant to say liberals, not Democrats anyway. So it's a great way to increase your CW copying ability. I used to use a shortwave radio and the W1AW code practice bulletins. That's a great way too. I don't know if they still do that. I hope so. Reason number 8 why I love POTA. Doing a POTA activation is just fun. You get to be the rare one for a change. Have you ever had a pile-up calling you? It's almost unnerving. In the beginning, it's unnerving. You fall into the rhythm, but in the beginning, man, I've done a few POTA activations, and man, that was an eye-opener, and it was fun. That's the only reason. Do you need a better reason to do POTA than that? It's fun. Reason number 9. When doing other things in the shack, which I always do, I'm fritting around, man. Whether it's at my ham desk or at my workbench, which is behind me, I'm always screwing around. And listening to a POTA activation, it's a steady source of chatter. It doesn't come and go. You know what I mean? I certainly don't want to listen to a net. No, I'll pass. I don't care what line number they're on. That just makes me mad. My blood pressure starts rising. But yeah, it's a great source of ham radio chatter. Reason number 10 why I love POTA. Now, there seems to be a terrible thing seems to have broken out on YouTube. The desperate, maniacal desire for comments, Oh boy, I've heard the goofiest things. What's your place of origin? We'd like to know. Leave us a comment. You know what I mean? What next? What's your shoe size? We'd like to know. Leave us a comment. Oh boy. So reason number 10 why I love POTA. Leave me a comment. and let me know, why do you love POTA? What do you like about POTA? Is there something that I didn't mention here that you like about POTA? Leave me a comment. Let me know. And conversely, if you hate POTA, leave me a comment. Let me know why. I'd really like to know why. It's entertaining, you know? Just be decent about it. You feel like cussing in my comment section? Hey, go ahead. I don't care. I hope you had some fun today. One moment. I made you a video without you guys having to watch the bird. The bird was out of the camera's view. Do not watch the bird. So, I hope you're well. I'm at a loss for words. I'll be back. I hope you're well. I'll catch you later, guys. Bye now. Trivia question for you sports fans. Here in Michigan, who did we call the bird? What sport? What position did he play? The bird.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woohoo!